Hey guys, my name's Hannah and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to talk Colleen Hoover. I am a big fan of her books. I know that there's a lot of controversy with that, but I am a big fan of her books. So we're going to talk about some that I've read. I'm going to talk about each one, what I liked about it, what I didn't like about it. I'm going to rate it, and then at the end I'm going to put them in a list from my favorite to my least favorite. So let's get started. I've never been much of a reader until this past year in 2024. I had a friend and coworker who loved reading, and she begged me to let her bring me a book, and I absolutely loved it. It ended up being a 5-book series, and I devoured it in like 3 weeks. So we're going to start with that book. So the book that she brought me that got me into reading was Hopeless by Colleen Hoover. I loved it. I rated it a 5 out of 5. I ended up reading the entire series. The second book I really was not a fan of. It was more just the first book and then the books after the second one. I knew that it was his point of view for the same story, and I think that's why I didn't really like it. I definitely love me some Holder. He's one of my favorite Colleen Hoover guys. So yeah. Something that I didn't like about this book. I didn't like the situation with her dad. I get that that's something that happens in real life, but it was really hard to read through that. But yeah, I liked the other part of the storyline, and I liked the characters a lot. So I really enjoyed this one. I don't own the rest of the series. I only own Hopeless right now. I borrowed the others from that friend, so I plan on getting them. But Hopeless is the book that I first started with, so I definitely give it a 5 out of 5, and I still really like it. Next, we're going to move on to the infamous It Ends With Us. I enjoyed this book. I gave it a 5 out of 5 as well. I have not read the second one. I liked the movie. I didn't like how the characters were aged up quite a bit in the movie. Obviously, I'm Team Atlas. I was never Team Ryle. I never liked him. But I was hoping that they would make a second movie with the second book, but I don't see that happening now with all the drama. But I definitely rate this a 5 out of 5. Moving on to a friend of mine's favorite, which is Ugly Love. I enjoyed it. I did rate it a 4 out of 5. I didn't like how it went back in time, and I didn't like how he was in love with the girl who ended up being his stepsister and how they hid it and had a baby. I don't know, I just didn't like that part, but the two main characters I really did like, and I did enjoy it a lot, but I still only gave it a 4 out of 5. But yeah, so that's on Ugly Love. Next, we're moving on to November 9. This book was great. I loved it. It made me sad, but I really enjoyed it. I gave it a 5 out of 5 as well. I love that I already knew that some of the characters in Ugly Love would show up in this book, so that was really cool. I do like intertwined books that do that, which is why I'm a huge fan of Anna Wong. But I'll do a video on her books a different time. But yeah, I did end up liking this one. I love the main character's name, Fallon. I've always loved that name. But yeah, it was sad, but I liked it. I give it a 5 out of 5. I have absolutely never cried when reading a book until I read Reminders of Him. This book had me bawling like a baby, and I'm so excited for the movie. I give it a 5 out of 5. There's nothing about this book that I don't like. I love the storyline. It was sad, obviously, but the main characters, loved them all. This book was just great. There is one thing. I did not like the name that she chose for her child. It was just weird, and I just didn't like it. But it's okay. Whatever. I still really like the book, and I definitely give it a 5 out of 5. I have 2 books that are my absolute favorite by Colleen Hoover. One of them is Too Late, and the other is Heartbones. I loaned Heartbones to somebody and never got it back. So I'm planning on buying it again. But those are my 2 favorites. I love Too Late. I love the storyline. It was wild and crazy and fun and exciting, and I just couldn't believe it. And I love that it had a little bit of a thriller to me thing going, but I really like this one. I would definitely rate it one of my favorites. So that's Too Late. Heartbones is one of my favorites too. It caught me off guard at the end, and I just could not believe what I was reading. but I really enjoyed it, and I really enjoyed the characters out of both of them, and I would give both of them a 5 out of 5. So I'm going to rate them like I'm gonna put them in order from 1 through 7. 1 being my most favorite and 7 being my least favorite. So number 1 would definitely be Heartbones. Like I said, I don't have that one right now, but number 1 is Heartbones. Number 2 is Too Late. Number 3 is Reminders of Him. These two fight for number 2. This one kind of fights for number 1, but not there completely yet. Um, number we're on 4. Number 4 is It Ends With Us. Number 5 is November 9. Number 6 is Hopeless. And number 7 is Ugly Love. I cannot believe I forgot about Verity. Verity is definitely one of my top 2 books. I loved the thriller about it. The whole storyline was just crazy, and it kept me on my toes. And so Verity was definitely one of my favorites. I would probably rate it number 1. So put Verity number 1. The rest of them, the same order that they were in. I gave Verity a 5 out of 5. Absolutely loved it. Cannot wait for that movie to come out next year. Like this video and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this, because I plan on posting some. I hope to do Anna Wong next, but leave a comment down below of what your favorite Colleen Hoover book is. And yeah, bye you guys.